You are now listening to WSN, Wolf Sports Network, live from the University of West Georgia in Carrollton, now an Odyssey station.
In the city of dreams, three friends.
I just took the bias out of it. I took the bias
fine.
out of it.
In college, what made Johnny Manziel so electrifying, how he got those big plays, was he would snap the ball, wait for the play to break down, and then make the play.
Where you get to meet some of West Georgia's greatest stars.
Maybe this can be a debate for another day, but I'm a big Jordan guy.
Good.
I don't know if those are fighting words or not. But
Feeling good. It's just an honor to be here. Anytime you get to share the platform with the GOAT, Cole Fisher, it means you might be an athlete.
And don't forget, triple play.
All had three separate lists.
love to hear it.
I am going to go with Georgia State versus Baylor and my number one.
So grab a drink.
And some popcorn. And get ready to enjoy the show.
This is Triple Threat. Merry Christmas, yo filthy animals. Welcome to the Triple Threat Christmas special, the season finale. We are so excited for this show. We have a show jammed packed with a whole lot of action. Boys, how are y'all feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling jam-packed. It's beginning to look, feel a lot like Christmas. We're in Georgia
It's
after
so
all.
cold outside, dude. It hit 21 degrees this morning, man. God is cranking the AC right now.
Brother, I touched an icicle for the first time this morning. So, it is, yes, it's Christmas.
And before we jump into the show, we do have to give a little congratulations to our co-host here. Jason Barker got engaged over Thanksgiving break.
Appreciate y'all.
Congratulations, and congratulations, Hallie. You get to deal with this guy for the rest of your life.
You got one lucky duck right there.
You should have been mine.
Yeah, shoot, I said the same thing.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all boys. Yeah.
Well,
of course.
I say we talk about some West Georgia Wolves.
And your Wolves are on the run.
So like always, it was a pretty busy week in West Georgia athletics. You know, we don't have football anymore. Oh, so we thought. John, why don't you tell us about what went down on National Signing Day or Early Signing Day a couple of days ago?
So, recently this week we had signing day across the country, and let's just say, obviously, we're not Georgia, we're not bringing in these 4-star, 5-stars. Look, I know, but you say 4-star, 5-stars. Well, guess what? West Georgia brought in a 4-star linebacker, and that's not even the highlight. We brought in, I think it was over 18 signees, early signees. You had guys from Prince Avenue, Trinity Christian, Lowndes, Milton. Actually, that's the one.
Lowndes is big. My grandma used to live in Valdosta. I know all about Lowndes.
And actually, my biggest thing is not that the 4-star is the obviously the biggest. He's gonna come and he's gonna play. But my biggest thing is we flipped T.J. Lester, Milton High School's running back from Eastern Kentucky University. A team that we play, and he is coming here.
It's huge.
And it's very huge. He, I can't believe it. He's their primary running back at Milton High School. Behind that destructive offensive line with Braden Jacobs on there, a former teammate of mine. So really, that's the thing I'm most excited for, having a guy like him come in. But we brought in lots of guys and a lot of defensive guys, because that's what happens with defense this year.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Taylor cooked. That's one thing we know he can do is he can recruit. He did it. He got us the number 10 portal class.
And we're still going to go hit the portal crazy.
Exactly. We haven't even gotten to the portal yet, so this recruiting class is only going to get better. But when you have a defensive mind like Coach Taylor, it's obvious that he's going to get guys that want to buy into the program and want to play for him. In other news, we actually have some sports going on right now. We have basketball going on, and it has been an interesting start to the year for sure. The men's basketball team has they've been struggling, to say the least, after the historic season we had last year. Jason, why don't you tell us what's going on in the Coliseum for our men's basketball team?
Well, to begin, just like we have been saying, again, we're moving up Division One. We're playing much better opponents. We've lost a few close games, I will say. The biggest problem, I was looking over at our stat sheet, it glares, it pops out at me. We score literally over 60% of our points in the second half of the game. So we are totally turning it up. Like they're like Georgia football, except they're not getting it over the finish line, right? So we need to really get into our games quickly. And, you might be able to say, like, this might be to the effect, some of the games especially where we gotten blown out, some starters maybe getting taken out.
Right.
But in our close games, too, like, we're scoring a majority of our points,
They're
like
comebacks.
40 in the second half, 25 in the first half
Exactly.
kind of thing. So we are really putting our backs against the wall in each of these games, and I feel like that's a big problem, one of the biggest reasons why we're not seeing the success.
Yeah, we've been able to keep some games close, and now we have been playing some very, very good opponents. It's not like we're necessarily playing Gulf South Division II opponents anymore, right? We played at Mississippi State, an SEC school,
Yeah.
and we've quickly learned this season that the SEC is running the table when it comes to college basketball, as well as playing at Georgia Tech, which is also in the ACC, the other powerhouse conference of college basketball. But we're playing a lot of good teams, and I think once we get into conference play, as this team continues to grow closer, maybe we get that leader that we don't have yet, then they can start winning. But I'm getting concerned because 0-10 is not where I thought this team would be.
It doesn't have a good ring to it.
It does not. It's not a good streak to be on. 10 wins is a whole lot better than 10 losses, a philosopher once said. But in other news, our women's basketball team, flip the script. They are balling right now. I mean, these girls are going insane. I'm pretty sure they're undefeated at home,
They are.
which is massive. They are on a 4-game win streak, which is amazing. They have been lighting it up. I mean, they started 0-3, but it was a couple of really close games, and then they just flipped the switch. They started against Talladega, winning 76-31, and then just continuing to blow through their opponents, and they beat UNC Wilmington yesterday in Wilmington. John, give us a little more insight on this team.
Yeah, so we took, we went out to North Carolina, and actually that is our first road win in Division I
Let's
road
go.
win right there, and we won 70-66, so very close game. This UNCW women's basketball team is not bad. They are 6-4. They are still a very good team, but obviously we showed it to them. We took it down to the very end and really it came down to Destiny Jones and Zariah Davis having great games with 15 points and 13.
Yeah.
And as we saw on the women's basketball page on Instagram, W's in the shot, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at, you got to say the name Kanari Holiday, right?
Oh, yes.
She is a beast in the paint. She gets double-digit rebounds every game. She's putting up points. She's really like the backbone of this team. And it's been amazing to see that the growth of this women's basketball team has been awesome because they struggled last season, but we knew that it wouldn't take long before the chemistry clicked. Like, we have a lot of returning players. We have a lot of very talented freshmen coming in as well. So it's truly been great to see the progression of this women's basketball team. But fellas, I think that does it for West Georgia. Might be time for triple play.
It's time for triple play.
There's one, there's two, and there's three. A triple play.
So we are back with our signature segment, Triple Play. We love to do it. Jason, why
Yes.
don't you tell us what the Triple Play for this week is going to be?
Oh, man, I was unprepared for this. If I remember correctly, okay, and I got it. Our triple play is going to be Christmas drinks, and they are going to be the noggy of the egg, the eggnog, the hot chocolate, and apple cider. So we're going full-fledged Christmas. I'm feeling dehydrated. John, give us your list.
All right, well, I guess I could say I'm dehydrated as well. But anyways, my list. I'm going to put hot chocolate number 1. I actually just had it before the show.
You did.
2301 over here at Miller Hall. Any students listening, pop over there. Free hot chocolate snacks. Just saying.
Was there any
Awesome
apple
stuff.
juice over there?
I think orange juice or apple juice. I couldn't tell off the top of my head. Really hot chocolate.
They look
get going.
very different.
Yeah. And then number 2 is going to be apple cider. Number 3 will be eggnog.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Y'all would
boy.
be shook.
I'm sorry, John. I'm going to go number 3 up. I'm going to go apple cider, number 3. Not because I don't like apple cider. In fact, apple cider is one of my favorite drinks ever.
It's not like you talk about football games. So.
Don't, exactly, dude. When that Tom's truck is out there with the apple cider, dude, it gets me feeling nicey. But when I look at apple cider, I just don't necessarily see it as a Christmas drink. I see it more as a fall thing
I
rather
understand
than
that.
Christmas. That's how it's viewed in my mind. And then number 2, gotta go with hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's a classic.
Yeah.
I love
I knew
hot
where this
chocolate.
was going.
But I love me some eggnog, dude. I gotta put eggnog number 1. There's nothing that just symbolizes Christmas as much as a nice glass of eggnog watching Christmas Vacation, dude. It is amazing.
I think eggnog here is the only one that is like primary Christmas, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't come
Exactly.
around. If we're doing a list on Christmas drinks, eggnog is a specialty,
Give me
right?
the nog.
It's a specialty. I'm gonna have to have the same exact list. I was thinking that you're gonna put hot chocolate number 1 because, like, between the 3 of us, how does none of us put hot chocolate number 1?
No,
Wait, did you?
Yeah,
John
I
did,
did.
My
bro.
bad.
I
My
did,
bad.
yeah.
He's a hot
All
chocolate
right,
fiend.
so
I sure
just
am.
to
As
say,
of this week.
apple cider number 3, hot chocolate number 2, eggnog number 1. I love how eggnog too. It's like you got to enjoy it, right? Like
Exactly.
you can't chug eggnog.
Exactly.
You can't.
No,
You
no,
cannot, dude.
You will die.
Eggnog is built
Certainly,
different, bro.
it is thicker than a Snicker. So,
I don't know where that was going.
there was, anyways. But dude, you get some eggnog, you put some cinnamon on top. Have you done
Dude.
that?
Dude, I have, bro.
Absolutely.
So-
you get the little cinnamon little mustache with your eggnog.
Dude, eggnog
Dude.
is so...
Elite. Now I will say it tastes a little bit like bubblegum at times.
Huh?
You know, I
I
get
mean,
a
I
little,
can see it. I mean,
Yeah.
eggnog has its just like, it doesn't taste like anything but eggnog to me. I feel like eggnog is like
It's its
such
own-
its own like entity that like, I just don't know, but I love it. But John, you put it at number 3.
Yes.
Are you going to tell us that you don't like eggnog?
No, I just haven't had it in over 10 plus years. That just went.
I feel like we
took
just
way out
need
of
some
the
dead
room.
space right
No,
there
we
because
just-
what?
Yeah, I last time I had it.
That's half
from-
my lifetime.
Yeah, I understand that. The last time I had it was years ago at my friends the Cassidy's house. They had it, and I haven't had it since.
Why?
Great question, because we really I don't think we have it at my house. Like,
Well,
straight up.
on our way to Taco Mac today, John,
We
we're
are
going to stop at
getting
the
you some
nearest
eggnog.
Publix, Walmart, Kroger, whatever it is,
You
and
name
we're
it.
gonna get you. We're gonna get some eggnog for the road,
You may
baby.
just swig the carton on the way there,
There
because
you
that
go.
will make me feel
I'm
great.
telling you,
That's
you
a
will
power
die. You would die if you tried to chug it out of the carton for real. But hot chocolate, right? A staple.
It
you
is.
know,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. You put hot chocolate as number 1, correct?
no.
no. Sorry, okay.
I
We
had
had the
eggnog
same.
as two.
We went
Same way.
eggnog, hot chocolate, apple cider.
What
Yes.
makes hot chocolate so clutch is that Christmas time, cold time, hot chocolate.
Dude,
it just
exactly.
makes sense.
That's the one downside to eggnog is
Right.
it's not necessarily a warm drink. Like hot
No, it's
chocolate,
not.
like on a morning like this, I'm sure that hot chocolate was good
Wow, hot
because I
chocolate's
was
delicious.
freezing, dude. I had a little bit of a walk to get to Miller Hall this morning, and when it's 25 degrees outside,
You had a
that
little bit of
is
a
not
walk.
warm. I can confirm 25 degrees is not warm. It was pretty chilly. I got in here.
Scientist.
I had to thaw out when I walked in here, and I
Yeah,
saw
you
John,
get-
man, drinking that hot chocolate. It looked real nice.
It was no, and the thing is for me is like growing up, it was like the two drinks I had. If my grandmother, Alma would come over, she would either make apple cider, like she'd heat it
Yeah.
up or whatever, or it'd be hot chocolate. My mom would make it, or flip flop, whoever it is.
Yeah.
But the whole reason why I put hot chocolate number 1 is because I just had it this week the whole time. But it's like
free, bro.
okay, that 10's faffle, but still.
Exactly.
But it's really just like for me, I've obviously grown up more with apple cider and hot chocolate, but I just think hot chocolate reigns superior. When I hear hot chocolate, I think of winter, I think of Christmas, I think around this time, then it rolls into January, February, March, still colder months, and so that's really to me. It's not that I can I agree that like when you hear eggnog, you think Christmas, no matter what. It's really like that's like the only time you
They
really
only
drink.
sell it during Christmas, even
Exactly.
though technically that starts in September now, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I was
really
gonna say.
But it's just like the whole,
funny.
what I'm going off
What a
is like
lot.
the frequency of how much I've had it. That's
Yeah.
why. So
Frequency.
yeah, frequency.
Dude,
Hey,
I'm just
using
saying,
some big
like,
words, man. I'm using some big
Dude, our
words.
vocabulary now, like, come on now, we're growing.
So I'll say for apple cider, you got eggnog you can put cinnamon inside of. You got hot chocolate. You can put peppermint. You could put like
Dude,
they're doing all kinds of like
Getting
fancy bougie.
a peppermint, throwing that in your hot chocolate, dude, that is an elite move.
Oh yeah,
Elite ball
you can
knowledge.
there's some like bougie hot chocolates
Yeah.
these days. Like you can do actually a lot with some hot chocolate.
Oh no! I when I went to England this summer because it's cold over there and it's never warm. There's this hot
You
my
like
friend
their hearts.
My friend Eric showed us like the best hot chocolate in the world. There's a whole dedicated chocolate shop and hot chocolate. The best hot chocolate I've had ever. I don't know what it was, but and they had chocolate whipped cream on top. Man,
Chocolate whipped cream?
Excuse
That's
me.
a thing?
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah.
for the record, I have no beef with the English, but
Wow.
I say all that to say
I do 1776.
hey,
Freedom, baby. Hear the eagle.
but you can like apple cider. You know, it's its own thing. It stands alone.
Yes.
It's the only guy here that really, probably primarily stands by itself, right? It's a fruity drink, right? If you're feeling a little fruity, you know, get you some apple cider, you know, and yeah, I mean, I hear it. It's a Mahone family staple, and so like it has that going for it.
I might not like it anymore.
This might be. I don't know.
And I will say my favorite juice of all time is apple juice. So
Okay.
this is like the on steroids, like Christmas version of apple juice, and I love that about it. There's not a bad drink on this list. For
There's
the
not.
record.
That needs I need to just say I love every one of these drinks. And apple cider is honestly one of my favorites. It's just because it doesn't resonate as a Christmas drink that much to me, I had to put it last. But apple cider, dude, it is just big boy apple juice. Apple cider is big boy apple juice. Dude.
Yeah.
It's so I
But
feel like that's what apple juice should be.
But that's not a
You just
bad
reminded me
thing.
of something because when I was younger, we used to buy our Christmas trees. They always had hot apple cider,
Dude.
and I always had it every single time we go get Christmas tree. My parents always buy it, and I always had that every single time. But we no longer have a real tree. Yeah, if you're hearing me right now, Mom, yeah, we no longer have a tree.
Yeah, it's almost like we have that problem in the Schrader household this
The
year.
Griswolds would be disappointed.
We leave and it all goes down, man. Such a shame. But dude, I used to get, this is a little off topic, I used to get boiled peanuts when we would get our Christmas tree.
Really?
Dude. I love boiled peanuts, dude. They always used to be we used to get it from the Shriner guys somewhere in Kennesaw.
about to
And they
say,
would always be
in
boiling
Kennesaw.
peanuts, dude. So good.
Dude, boiled peanuts in the cold. Dude, I love fall. Fall is so watching football in the fall. I loved when my little brother would played travel football, and dude, it would be 15 degrees. We'd be playing in the stadium, you know, he's doing his thing. It's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To say the
yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
It
we're
is
all
not
bundled
warm.
up with our little heaters, all our blankets, and eating some boiled peanuts and eating hot chocolate, bro,
good.
while watching football. Elite. Fall is beautiful. Christmas time is beautiful.
Absolutely.
I'm jazzed. I
Dude,
love this.
Dude, it's amazing, bro. I'm just,
Hoodie season, the best season.
it is. But Christmas time, dude, I'm so glad it's back. I'm so glad. We have to get past Thanksgiving. That's a hill that I will forever die on. I am prepared to die on that hill. But we really, you got to be so happy that Christmas is back. We get to do a Christmas special. You know, everybody's happy, even though it's finals week going on. I don't know how we're sane right now, but
Yeah,
it's
let's
just
say we're not I think it's because we're not having as much work. It's a little bit dialed back. We don't have all our
Exactly,
full
it's
classes this week. We're getting things wrapped up, getting ready to go on a month hiatus, something like that. You know, it feels good right now.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a lot of sports to watch over Christmas break too. This is the last
is.
episode that Wolf Sports Network is posting for the fall 2024 schedule. We are happy to have y'all here. This is the last bit, dude. We got sports.
It's great.
We got sports.
And before we move on, I got to give a little love to the chat. Brandon Dyer, the wit, is going absolutely
Yes, he
crazy in the
is.
chat. We love to see him in here. And we just got to shout out his list. He's not going to get to defend himself, but he says, Nog, cider, hot cocoa. I
Put
think
hot
that's a
cocoa
pretty
at the
good
last.
list.
Respectable.
Ooh,
But hot
okay.
cocoa at the
last
end?
position, man.
I can see sometimes people don't like eggnog. That's a very 50-50 thing.
Jason, is that point
But
deduction worthy for hot cocoa being
chocolate
last?
at the end?
Dude, there's not a bad drink on this list,
I
right?
know, I
He's
know.
not. I guarantee he's not necessarily saying hot chocolate is not good.
Well, he
It's
did
just
say
that those are some elite ball players right there.
he said
they
I
know
love all
ball.
three. He says I love all three though.
Exactly. Yeah, he knows ball.
Man, I can't wait to see him Monday at the end of year party and see why exactly he put that last, because that's just seeing that last, man. Unless we're reading it wrong, that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
So the man, the myth, and I'm not gonna say the legend, the man running our TriCaster, he just
No, someone else.
Hallie Hallie Joy Barber? I thought that said
Maybe
Joey.
your fiance.
My fiance says
Now we're
eggnog
getting,
is
now we're getting
terrible.
some more list here.
Hey, Hallie, before we get married, I want you to just know that we are going to have nog in the fridge during Christmas time. And, I guess it'll just be more for me, right?
Right.
More for me. Let's get the cinnamon. Let's get the nog in the fridge. Because nog in the fridge during the Christmas time, I open up the fridge, and the first time I see the nog, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Dude,
It's time,
and,
baby.
and we got another list in. John
So
Joyner, hot chocolate eggnog, and then cider. Yeah, there's that toss up. I mean, hey, look, I appreciate you putting hot chocolate first. John's, we think alike like that,
There you go.
Hey, that's a
Joiner's
good,
the legend.
that's a good old list right there,
Dude,
man. It's like a phone line, man. Everything just
It
started
is.
reading right
like
there.
the chat, man, they're going nuts. It's awesome.
going
It's awesome to have
crazy.
them active in there. But yeah, Hallie, nog is awful. I don't know how that's gonna go with Jason right here.
Also, Joey, you retain your legend status, by the way. He's our Kevin Rosenthal.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's my takes.
Right. Well, I think that was enough. A little bit of rambling on about our Christmas drinks. We are going to go to a quick song break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Go to wolfsportsnetwork.com if you want to listen to the music that is playing during the break. We will see you in a second. This is Jackson Schrader, and you're listening to Triple Threat, now live on Wolf Sports Network, Fridays from 11 to 12.
This year, no mercy. 2 twins. Only one survives.
To make that playoff, but Fernando has to be on his feet.
Hey, listen. Hey, can I talk? You did enough talking, bud. It's time for Twin Picks on Sports Out of Pocket every Wednesday at 5 on the Wolf Sports Network.
It's time. To snake your case. As I say every single week, we are just absolutely goated at making stagers, and that will not be the last time you hear me say that. It is time for Snake Your Case, my personal favorite segment of the show, and we have a really, really special edition of Snake Your Case. We're doing Christmas movies. I feel like there are going to be some hot takes. I'm excited for this discussion, but Jason, because you have by far had the most victories when it comes to our polls during Snake Your Case, we are going to give you the final pick. You get to choose the order for Snake Your Case this week. So what's it going to be?
Wow. First of all, what an honor. I love the voters out there. Thank you for voting.
I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this
Yes, I would
opportunity.
like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's an honor. It's been an honor to have this segment.
Some
I
sources
love
say
this
it's
segment.
faulty wins, though.
Like this is, in my opinion, the triple play from last semester.
Oh, yeah.
And so next semester we're gonna add something new. Like we're gonna be back, boys.
We
ladies
got,
and
we
gentlemen.
got so much planned. We're so excited.
We're gonna be back better than ever. Got more in the cook. It's gonna be great. The list today. I think what I'm gonna do is 3 for me. Ooh, that sounds good. I could use a 3 for me from Chili's. Anyways, sorry. I'm gonna give John the number 1 pick, and I'm gonna give you Schrader
the number 2 slot.
the number 2 slot.
Swag, all right, the number. Oh, dang.
You giving John number
You know
1?
what? Number
We're gonna
one.
get
Put him
some
on the
random
spot. See
movie,
what he
dude.
does
We're
under
gonna get
pressure.
some-
I like to see John under pressure.
I think, man. There's 3 I'm looking at right here. Because I just wrote some down off the top of my head. But I think if we're gonna go with the first pick,
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just gonna run with Elf here.
Elf number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is one good movie.
That is a great movie.
It is a great movie. Yeah.
I mean, I've literally seen years ago when I was in the mall, someone recreate the whole Elf scene with the elevator. And
With the escalator?
Yeah, the escalator. Sorry, that. So,
Hey, words are confusing.
Hey, yeah, exactly. 7'2" man. Redo the try. Yeah.
7'2".
Big,
They make those?
Big Bo on YouTube. Yeah.
Wild,
I met.
dude.
That was a cool dude. Anyways. So,
Yeah, that's one of my dad and I's favorite movies to watch every year.
Of course.
Bye,
But
buddy.
I have to go with the Schrader family favorite
Oh no.
Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas
Yeah,
Vacation.
pretty
we
good
watch it
movie.
every
That's
year.
great.
I've been watching that movie my entire life. It is a top tier Christmas movie.
Absolutely goated. Goat with the sauce. All right. So there's 3 of them sitting here. I get 2 picks. And this is what I wanted. I feel like I'm in a good
Dude,
spot.
The
This is
the
smart.
third pick is by far the best pick. I think it's by far
Yeah.
the best pick.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. Somebody's going to get left out, and I'm not going to get them on the next go around. I'm going to have to go with my second favorite Christmas movie, probably, and The Polar Express. I love The Polar Express.
Man,
I
oh man,
think
oh man, oh man.
it
I've
is
never been a Polar Express guy.
What?
Really?
I mean, it's fine, but it's not like it's never been that crazy. I've never been my
Really?
favorite.
Huh.
That's unfortunate. But for the star power it is, it's got some stars. And it stars Jim Carrey. The 2000s version has to be that new junk, that new animated junk. I ain't messing with that. I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. It is going to be the Grinch.
That's a good pick.
That's very good.
But I have a better pick.
Oh, I'm ready to hear it, Mr. Money.
My boy Kevin McAllister.
Okay.
I'm going
exists.
to go with Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Because a hill
Yeah.
that I will die on is that
It's
Home
good.
Alone 2 is better than the first Home Alone. Home Alone 2 is one of the best. It's actually my personal favorite Christmas movie ever. I'm going with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're right. You're
okay.
right. I don't know if that's better than the 2000s Grinch.
I do.
A great movie.
Alrighty.
And being in New York, when I was just recently in New York, seeing like the things, seeing the bridge, seeing whatever the park is that's popular.
Central Park.
Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that place once
That's,
or
that
twice.
place exists, I guess.
It was a cool place to be and see.
All right, so there's one man who's a little frosty, perhaps a snowman in there. Frosty the snowman. Throw that boy on the list. You forget about my man Frosty?
Which Frosty? The snowman?
Oh my gosh!
Like the OG, like
hold
the
on.
animated.
Jason, it's Frosty
like,
the Snowman. We're not gonna go like exact detail here. There's hundreds of Frosty the Snowman.
But you're
right.
going with the original animated
Why
Frosty
not?
the Snowman.
Yeah, the one that everyone knows.
Exactly.
Okay.
The one that we all watched in elementary school. The one that's
Okay.
a classic. You
Yeah.
gotta go with
Yeah.
that one.
it's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that means it's me.
Wait, I thought he gets another pick.
Oh, he does get another pick. Never mind.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that. You know what? Give me A Christmas Story.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nah, dude. Okay. You ready for this?
Hilarious.
I love
You
that
ready for
movie.
this? We're talking about this now. My family growing up, there was one channel that played A Christmas Story on repeat the entire day for Christmas Day. We watched that every single Christmas, the whole entire day. Like I'm even talking about like through football and stuff. All growing up. Now that's kind of changed in like recent years.
Yeah.
But I have seen that movie way too many times. I am this close to despising that movie. I definitely don't like it. I strongly dislike that movie just because I've seen it just so many times.
And that's your opinion.
It in itself is not a bad movie, and I think the little sexy leg lamp is kind of funny.
Man, the whole reason why, like,
Fragile.
Fragile. It's French. It's French. It's a major award.
Hey man, just don't have the Red Ryder BB gun now, okay? Be careful of the Red Ryder.
Yeah, don't shoot your eye out, kid. I got 4 of them though. I can spare.
All right. So first of all, I gotta go to the chat real quick. Joey put in the chat that Home Alone 2 isn't a Christmas movie.
Wait.
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
But
Home Alone 2
we will save
isn't
that for later. I know what you're about to say.
He's drinking the wrong kind of eggnog.
Yeah, I don't know what eggnog he's drinking.
The strong stuff.
But for my my third pick, I'm gonna have to go with one that I've started liking recently. I didn't watch it that much when I was younger, but I got Disney Plus, and I watched The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Hey,
That was my next pick.
That is one heck of a movie.
That was
Heck
my
yeah.
next
So I'm gonna
pick.
go with The Santa Claus.
man, Joey, that put a sour taste in my mouth, man. I'm sorry.
I would love for him to come on right now and like explain himself.
Yeah,
We'll save that for
next.
later.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
So I have 2 picks here.
Your
Yes.
final 2
So-
picks.
Okay.
Your final 2 picks of the
So-
semester.
Oh, how sad. I could cry, but so I first of all have to go with Home Alone, the original.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
I mean,
smart. Yeah,
it's
good
got to
call,
be
good call.
here. It's got to be taken. Man,
I wanted to give you all a chance. I wasn't gonna take both of them.
you could have. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot about this because I haven't been able to watch it for the last 3 years because they have some deal with Peacock or some junk. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Hey, okay.
Charlie
go.
Brown Christmas is a goated Christmas movie. I look forward to that movie every single year.
Nice.
It's nostalgic. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
you cannot
you
mess
can
up
never go wrong with
Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah.
All right, Schrader, what we got?
So I'm gonna
It
do
was a
something
safe
here.
pick.
I may or may not have actually seen this movie, but I do want to do this for Jason because he
No.
says it is his
Stop.
favorite movie.
No,
I'm
save it.
going with the 1998 Jack Frost movie.
Oh,
Jason loves the movie.
I should have picked that.
I know. I thought
should've
you were
picked
gonna.
that. I thought I was
But I'm gonna
too.
take it because I feel like if Jason likes it, more people will like it. Now, John, I feel like there's another movie you should pick that'll make Jason a little.
I thought that's what you were about to do.
I don't.
It might be questionable as to if it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, is this
But I
what
know
we
you
talked
think it's a
about?
Christmas
No,
movie.
John, do
Earlier
what
in
you
the
want with
week?
this pick with integrity and
Do it.
smartness.
Oh, but there's one. There,
Yeah, do the smart thing,
dude,
John.
but there's.
We know the smart
I
thing.
want to do it. I
Peer
want to
pressure
do it
is good in
so
this
bad.
situation.
But there's a certain reindeer that leads.
Wow.
That leads the other reindeers throughout Christmas, perhaps in the name of Rudolph. Rudolph the
Dude,
red-nosed
you're
reindeer.
picking like the CBS specials, and I am
Dude.
here for it, dog.
Look, I know I could have picked Die Hard there. I was very tempted to
I
once
am
you had
so
said that.
glad.
But here's the thing. I had on my little list here, right?
Rudolph,
and I
yeah.
saw Rudolph. I go, how do we not pick Rudolph? And I just
That is true.
realized I have to pick the boy Rudolph. You gotta have Rudolph.
Yeah, Richard's happy about that one.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
He's
You
got the
can't-
whole crowd standing.
You
so.
can never forget about that boy Rudolph right there. All right, let's make that clear. Now I will, at least for the people listening, people who are in the chat, I will ask: is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Please let us know in the chat because we definitely want to see
But John,
what.
I hear that's another movie I've never seen is Die
Yes.
Hard.
It's not.
Yes,
I know that my father, Big Pat,
my dad tells me it's a Christmas
he
movie.
says
If I'm
it is
correct.
not a Christmas movie, and he is very passionate about that. But do you think it is a Christmas movie?
Okay, so I have not watched Die Hard, but from what I've
What,
been
you haven't
told
watched
and what
it?
I've been broken down, it is a Christmas movie.
Okay. So, as I guess the only one that's watched
I was about
it,
to say, I thought John had watched it. He was
I
talking
thought he-
earlier in the week like he knew his stuff, man.
Right. All right. So I'm just gonna present the facts of the matter. Okay. The facts of the matter about Die Hard. Okay. My
Just
opinion.
pull a Die Hard.
My opinion is that it is not a Christmas movie. Okay. So the plot.
Chat doesn't agree with you.
Yeah,
All
Chad
right,
is.
it takes
not
place.
happy.
It takes place on Christmas Eve. Okay. Therefore, the building that they're in and the party and the stuff, like it's centered around Christmas, right?
Yeah,
There's gonna be a Christmas
yeah.
tree. There's gonna be.
Hold on. So you're
The set
listing-
is centered around Christmas.
The set is centered around Christmas. Correct.
The
set-
soundtrack also has quite a few Christmas songs.
The set is centered
according
around
to
Christmas.
the Googles.
The set is centered around Christmas. That doesn't mean that the movie is about Christmas. In fact, a direct quote from the director of the film. He says, his name, John McTernan, he stated that Die Hard is not specifically a Christmas movie.
Specifically,
And
though.
no-
Specific.
But
I
that
know.
doesn't say
I'm
it's
willing to
not a
have-
Christmas movie. It means it's more than a Christmas movie.
Can I finish my statement
Mhm,
slash John's statement? He says it is not specifically a Christmas movie, but rather an action film set during Christmas. So the set
I
is
don't believe
Christmas,
him.
but when
If you look up
watch it,
Christmas movies on Google, it shows up.
It shows
if you
Die
watch
Hard.
the movie, you completely I hit that. My bad. If you completely forget that the movie is about Christmas, right? It's literally all centered around the action. You get caught up in the action. Is anybody gonna die or anything?
Well,
That's the facts.
Well, a certain someone.
Hallie just said that Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie. So
Man.
Listen,
She's
hey,
on our train.
opposites attract, I guess. We have our differences. I didn't even know she's ever seen Die Hard, if I'm being honest. But it's not. Like I said, I'll give it to you that there is Christmas layers to it, and the setting revolves around Christmas, sure, because it's when the movie is set. But the plot and the meaning of the movie and the purpose of you watching it, you watch it for the action. You don't watch it because you want to be filled with happiness and joy from Christmas.
But it's set around Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas party. It's everything. It's Christmas music.
Every Christmas movie you watch it because it fills you with the Christmas joy and happiness. This movie is centered around action. It is centered around, you watch it as an action movie.
Okay. I hear you. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna say it's a Christmas movie. The one thing I want to go back to before this segment ends in a couple minutes is what Joey said earlier about Home Alone 2 and it not being a Christmas movie.
yeah, I don't know what he was smoking over there.
Yeah, Joey. I mean, I don't
I declined
understand.
to comment because I don't even know.
Yeah, that is
I
the
don't-
most
I don't-
outrageous thing.
I don't know what happened to you growing up, but the fact that you say Home Alone 2 is not a Christmas movie is diabolical work. I don't know what's been crafting up over there
He
for
reunites with his mom in front of the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Like-
that's like that
The most
is
Christmas
Christmas.
thing.
That is
the most
Christmas.
Christmas thing you can do.
you. When you say Home Alone, I
And they're
think
going
Home
on
Alone
a Christmas
2.
trip. It's
Exactly.
the trip for Christmas.
Exactly. Like how
That he
did-
doesn't make it to.
Absolutely outrageous. But we have to give love to something that I love. My dad and I watch these movies every year. Hallmark movies, bro. They are
They all have the
absolutely
same plot,
golden.
bro.
Yeah, sorry, no.
But that's why they're great, because you don't have to think that much when you watch it. There's something I love, and it's not thinking, because I don't do that good. And let me tell you, being able to get a good cup of hot chocolate, apple cider, or eggnog, sit in front of the TV, and know exactly what you're watching, just a simple Christmas movie is absolutely goated. And you get a new one almost, every day? It might be
Every
the same
single
plot, but they
second at this
change some
point.
things. It's not always
it's
the
just
same.
different actors in
Can
a
I-
different location.
Can I
makeup
predict
looks a little
exactly what's
different.
going to happen? Maybe. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like watching Home Alone 2 every day. I may or may not do that anyway. Well, you know.
I mean, look, yes, you can argue like, yeah, Hallmark movies are good, but like,
They're
I
good.
get it. It's a very simple concept. You're like, hey, I can turn this on, whatever. I can leave it on for hours out of all
I
things.
just feel like you
but
don't like
it's-
having fun. That's why you don't watch
Oh
it.
yeah, that's what.
So-
Yeah, but it's not like it's always on during this time when I'm home. My sister primarily watches them, and my mom, I will say, they primarily watch the Hallmark movies. But they're okay.
Yeah, I
They were
mean,
better than
Hallmark
okay.
movies, they're not bad, right? I mean, they're okay. They're not deserving of saying these are one of the best Christmas movies. It's definitely a part of
That's
Christmas.
why they're an honorable mention.
Yes,
Yes,
it's definitely a
honorable.
part of Christmas, and it's a role player, right? Hallmark is it's a role player. You watch it with your mom, you watch it with your girlfriend, you play it in the background while you're taking a nap. You know,
Yeah.
that's the role it plays.
That is 100%
Kind of like
true.
it's the baseball. It's the baseball of Christmas time, right?
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
My man's got the analogies.
That was a pretty good analogy.
All right, but yes, that was a really good Snake Your Case segment. Had a lot of fun with that. A lot of good points brought up. A lot of very, very bad ones, Joey. But we will be going to a quick song break. We will be back yet again. Go to wolfsportsnetwork.com if you want to listen. We will be back in a few minutes.
For some sports.
This is John Halley, and you're listening to Triple Threat, only on Wolf Sports Network.
The despair seems endless, like the oceans in front of me. No matter how far you swim, there seems to be no other option than to drown in the unhappiness and self-pity. Few and far between are the moments of clarity and even joy, yet like a beast in the wilderness it always seems to find me. However, there is one thing that brings me joy, unmatched by anything else. This show called Sports Back, right? It comes on Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. on Wolf Sports Network. It's next level.
This weekend in sports. We're so good at making stagers.
There it is.
You'll
Last
hear that
time
for
of the
the
semester. Happy to
last
hear
time
that.
of the
Final time
semester.
this semester.
I love that stager so much, but we have quite the weekend in sports. Conference championship weekend. The playoffs are on the horizon, but yesterday.
We got games today. Had games yesterday.
Exactly, but yesterday we have to kick it off with one heck of a Thursday night football game. The Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers on a walk-off field goal. It was one heck of a game. I watched it here at the studio with Jason, Jackson, and the wit Brandon. It was awesome. Now, John, if I know one thing about you, you have grown to love this Lions team just like myself and just about every human being in America. What are your thoughts on this game and just the future of this organization as a whole?
Jackson Schrader, what were those 2 words we were talking about last night on Sports Pack?
Buy in.
Buy into Dan Campbell. I love it. I reposted on my Instagram story, and he's talking about, he said, you freaking deserve this. You earned this because you got guys who are, I would say call it a program. That's what I say, but it's the team. You're buying into the team. You're buying into the franchise. You're building something for the future. They are now 12-1, and this is the first time they've had over 10-win seasons back-to-back. From Dan Campbell compared to their whole franchise history. Yeah. But my whole thing is here, and I am 100% bought into the Lions. And if you're not, if you're listening, buy the flip in now.
Well, I think what also plays into that is the fact that the Lions are the most recent in history. Them and the Browns, most recent bottom feeders of the league.
Dude, the Lions have been bottom feeders for generations.
Right. So everybody's loving to see their success.
Yes.
I love Dan Campbell.
Amen, bro.
I couldn't have said that any better.
I think he is the best head coach in the National Football League.
He might be he might be the best head coach in all of football. From the standpoint of just being the player's guy.
Exactly.
I don't think there's any coach that players want to play with more than Dan Campbell.
Absolutely. And the trust.
Coach, I'll put on pads. I'll put them on.
And the trust that he has in his team.
Exactly.
Every single player to do their job. It's insane. And
especially last night with the 4th down calls.
That is exactly what I was about to get to. I was exactly what I was about to say. That call, we were all sitting there. We were watching the game. Now, it's finals week, so we're all doing scrambling schoolwork. We stopped for this because it's obviously, this is a big moment. 4th and 1. We're all like, no, there's no way.
I thought they were drawing them offside.
There's no way they stopped the ball here. I don't think there was a human being at the stadium, inside of this room, in the nation that was they're about to snap this ball, except for those men on the Lions sidelines and on that field. Dan Campbell is a man of steel.
Speechless.
Yeah. Speechless. Everything happens. Something new, something interesting, some gutsy call happens at least 5 times a game when you're watching the Lions.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what makes them so much fun, too. The play calling, the team, the chemistry, it's cinema.
Also, I want to talk about, the final going for it on 4th down where Jared Goff ends up falling down, but yet he keeps it together. He
insane.
hands it off, and the O-line, they get it done in the trenches. Obviously, they get the first down to get the walk-off field goal. So really huge shout-out to that part right there in the O-line, and really Jared Goff for keeping his composure because you can fall. You can't really control it, obviously. It's just gravity from that point. So really good job on Jared Goff, I would say. Yeah. And then what was the receiver that had 2 touchdowns last night?
Patrick.
Dude,
yes,
Tim
Patrick.
Is that?
Yeah.
I was he scored 2 touchdowns. I was like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him. So apparently he played for the Broncos or something. Maybe that's why I didn't know him. So,
don't really know what goes on in Denver. I'll be honest.
But yeah, dude, in college, Jared Goff would have been down right there, and he had pretty good 1-knee posture. I'll say, hey, coming from a guy that just proposed, that was pretty impressive. But dude, what a call, what a play, what a game.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, just the trust that Dan Campbell has in his team to execute. I don't think we've ever really seen that before. His willingness to just make these calls game in and game out, knowing that he has some absolute dogs on the field that will execute. I mean, Jared Goff was going down, but the bottom half was falling, but he just kept himself steady, just didn't waver, gave that ball to Montgomery, and they got the first down. That is massive. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome to see what Dan Campbell has done with that organization. They got one heck of a GM. It's been amazing. But in other news, we got to talk about college football. because I am pretty confident we have found the only committee that will ever be worse than an HOA. The playoff committee has been absolutely terrible
I don't know. HOA is a
for
pretty
as
diabolical
long
dude.
as they have been around. But this season, am I the only one that is furious that Alabama is sitting in a playoff spot right now?
I mean, there's probably a lot of furious people with you. Like, and it's not that you can say like, yeah, Alabama shouldn't be in there, but it's like I think it's what. Well, I mean,
It's
what,
the
like,
name value.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
the name value.
It's the brand.
Exactly. It's as I think Chase or Andrew Jefferson of Sports Out of Pocket said, it's like it's their baby, it's their golden egg. You know.
Exactly.
You feel like you got to have it in there no matter what.
Alabama has a birthright to the college football playoff.
Always.
And it's just
So
I
thanks to
hate
Nick
to see
Saban.
it because they're just not impressive. They're not an impressive football team this season.
Like, even Georgia last year, like, unbiasedly, I think you could have said, even though Georgia lost in the SEC championship, that Georgia deserved that spot. Georgia and Florida State both deserved a spot in the college football
Yeah.
playoff, in my opinion, over Alabama. Everything happens for a reason, happens how it is. I feel like Florida State, this is kind of going off topic, but I feel like the Florida State decision, after, like, looking back at it, kind of, it's
it
more
made
justifiable.
sense. I can't say it didn't make sense, but my issue is like it's been the most deserving teams, and then last year they said no, it's going to be the best teams, and that's what got Alabama in. But if you look at it this year, the playoff committee switched it again, and now they're saying it's just going to be the most deserving teams, right?
I don't understand exactly what this playoff committee looks for. Seriously,
I don't
like,
either.
I'm not just
they look for money.
quoting-
They look for
yeah.
what's going to bring in. There's a whole lot of money when you look at the playoff, and they're going to put in
Heck
the
flipping
teams that
yeah,
are going
there
to
it
bring
is.
in the most amount of viewership.
But that doesn't really even make sense in itself, because with this new playoff structure, like, they're going to be making so much more money anyways.
Yeah,
right.
but they're gonna be
so
making
many
even more money.
They have so many more sponsors, so many more teams that are going to be involved. Tourism for these places, I know that doesn't necessarily.
Yeah,
but just like
but
money
think about
as
it
a
this way.
whole.
How many viewers is Alabama going to bring compared to Arizona State?
A lot more. Millions
lot more.
Millions
Exactly.
more. It's
Same
not that
thing with
Arizona
Boise
State's
State.
doing good, but it's going to be way more.
It's just, sadly, it's the world we live in. The playoff committee is not necessarily going to. I think it should be the most deserving. This is the only sport in which it is not the most deserving. You don't see any of this controversy when it comes to the NFL, when it comes to the NBA, because if you take care of the schedule that is ahead of you, then you get rewarded for that. And now we're seeing the conference championship as almost like a punishment. If a team goes to a conference championship and loses, we're looking at SMU. They go 11-1. They lose their conference championship as a 2-loss team. There could be 3-loss teams in there ahead of them, which is debatable. But it just seems like now they're making conference championship games a punishment, and it's just.
Yeah, but I say at this point, is
It's
there
wild.
really a point to play a conference
Exactly.
championship? Because
Look at Notre Dame. They're
Don't
see,
even
they're
get me
just gonna
started.
they're just gonna like they're gonna go off their tradition, not go to a conference, and then
they're in a conference in every other sport.
right.
And
They're in the ACC and every other
exactly.
sport, but for football it has to be different. They're just gonna breeze their way to the playoff and get obliterated in the first round. We've
I
seen
don't think
throughout.
I don't think it's the most fair thing for them not to be in a conference championship. And really, I think if you put them in an ACC conference, let's say obviously they joined during that COVID year, like I'm pretty sure they would not be undefeated if they were in the ACC this year.
Yeah,
sorry, they
different.
wouldn't be 11-1.
Right.
That.
I mean, they definitely played good this season, but they haven't played the highest competition.
No.
But I guess that's our little spiel on the playoff committee.
Yeah.
Don't know where we got with that, but I needed to do it. Needed to vent because I hate the playoff committee. We have quite a few conference championship games this week, but I want to focus on obviously the biggest one, as well as a couple of others that don't get talked about much. But as a Group 5 guy, we really got to talk about it. First and foremost, the SEC Championship. We got two Georgia Bulldog fans right here. I know they are excited. Tomorrow is going to be one heck of a day for football. I'm going to kick it off to you, Jason. How are you feeling about the Dogs' chances tomorrow?
Well, I'm feeling really good about Uga's chances of not getting hurt.
Bevo ain't gonna be
Bevo ain't gonna be there. We ain't gonna see no charge in Mercedes-Benz tomorrow. But as it is every week with this Georgia team.
You have no idea which one you're going to get.
Exactly. So, man, the last time we played Texas, I believe in us. Kirby Smart has been here, right? Texas is just coming in the SEC, right? This is their first rodeo.
But
Kirby
they're no
Smart,
stranger to big games.
I understand. Kirby Smart and them boys, they're no stranger to Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
It's a home game.
It's a home
It's
game.
practically a home game,
It's
yeah.
a home game for us. I think that's what always gives us a little bit of an advantage when we play these games. And the national championship, as we know, is also in Atlanta. So, with all that being said, with Bevo not being there, and me maybe as a blind-ish Georgia fan, Carson Beck's going to come out and he's going to play. Kirby Smart is preparing the team to play the game that they're going to need to play, and they're going to pull out this game.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. That's I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, that's a first. Clip
Get
that.
that clip. Yeah,
yeah,
clip
you can
that.
clip that. You can clip that if you want to. I don't really care. It'll be good when y'all don't make it far in the playoff. Another one that we really have to look at, though, is Boise State UNLV. People, here's the thing. I say I'm a Group 5 guy. I love Group 5 football. I feel like that is where
Heck,
the
you
best
made a Tulsa linebacker
football.
win the
I
Heisman.
did. I won the Heisman with Jeff Moffitt, left outside linebacker at Tulsa. He's not a real person.
So you're a Group of 5 guy all
I
day.
am a big Group of 5 guy. It's just you get the best football. That's where guys really play football. They just play for the love of the game. And we have Boise State UNLV for a playoff spot. This game is going to be cinematic. The first one, if you were watching it at 10:30 on
Man, what a
CBS Sports
story,
Network,
if
it
you
was
think
so
about it.
good. You get to watch Ashton Genty in prime time. It's going to be amazing.
Well, and don't forget the story of UNLV and Matthew Sluka
Exactly.
leaving and then fighting back to be in this conference
Exactly.
championship that plays for that that spot right there.
Yeah.
I just realized
This
that's
is a
crazy.
massive game. It's for the Group 5 bid potentially. But I love Group 5 football. I'm going to go Boise State here because I just see Ashton Genty as an absolute beast.
Boise
But
State
do
for
not
me, though.
take your eyes off of the insanely quick UNLV offense. They average over 40 points a game. It is a very, very good offense to watch.
If you like running backs, if you like rushing yards, this is going to be the game for you.
You're going to get a little bit of everything
yeah.
with these two offenses. It's truly amazing. And then finally, the last game we are going to talk about on Triple Threat. Army in the American Conference Championship is taking on a very, very solid Tulane team. However, this Tulane team did get upset last week. It was a shocker. They got upset by, I think it was Memphis. I'm not quite sure who it was. But we have to look at this game because if Army wins, there is somewhat of a shot that they could get the bid. I highly doubt they will. But this is going to be an amazing game because Tulane was fighting for that bid. They were in position to get a Group 5 bid. They were
Yes,
a dark
they were.
horse. So be sure to watch this game and honestly, just go enjoy a good Army football team. This isn't something we get that often,
Yeah.
and it's something that you should love. Their quarterback has 25 rushing touchdowns. That is a lot. I'm not too good at math, but I know that 25 rushing touchdowns is a very large amount. So be sure to just go in there, watch that game, have a good night, flip between CBS and Fox. Both these games start at 8, and just enjoy it with some eggnog, hot chocolate, or apple cider. But that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this semester of Triple Threat.
Man, look at that. From a podcast to a
live
live
show.
show. Golly.
It's amazing.
Holy Toledo.
And like last semester, this isn't the end.
It is not the
No, it's
end.
not
It's
the
only
end.
the beginning. Man, we cooked with that one. We are so good at this stuff sometimes.
Hey.
But thank you just so much for listening. It's been an amazing semester. It's been an amazing opportunity to just really be able to just talk about life and sports with y'all. It's been really fun. Have a Merry Christmas if you are a college student. Don't fail your finals. It's not fun. Not that I have any experience. But just go have one heck of a Christmas break. We will see y'all in January.